Hello, beautiful Capricorns. This is going to be your reading, your general reading for the month of December 2017. This is going to be the first portion of the reading, and if you would like to find out more in-depth information and also lessons that you are learning right now, you can go to the videos and that information is down below. So let me just go through my channeled information first. The moment I wrote the word Capricorn, I wrote the number 6, and the way Spirit communicates with me, sometimes I'll write something or doodle something and I don't even know why, and then I'll ask, okay, why am I doing this? And then I'll get an answer why. So the number 6 is a number 6. Obviously it also corresponds to the month of June, but the number 6 to me, most importantly in this particular reading, signifies balance, the need for balance. Balancing karma is what's coming up. Needing to balance emotion with intellect, or having a more balanced approach emotionally and intellectually. Finding more balance in one's life. Aligning with someone of like nature, which would be opposite of misalignment. Harmony, nurturing, very motherly aspect. Doesn't mean you have to be a female, but that's what number 6 to me represents. But I hear them say to me the need for more balance within a structure. So this could be structure in your relationship, your work structure, your own structure, your own inner being. There is a need to acquire or feel more balance. The other thing that I kept seeing, which was after, which made me go, that makes perfect sense to me. I saw you having a tug of war with someone. This could be with pretty much anyone you are not in agreement with, or you feel that you can simply do better, or they can do better, or whatever else that we say to ourselves. And I hear the word employer. So for some of you, you might feel like there is a conflict in your employment or within your employment. And when I say conflict, I'm hearing the word disagreement. So it doesn't mean necessarily anything bad, but it does show that there is some kind of significant inner conflict, or conflict between two people or between individuals that will arise. I feel for some of you, if this is regarding work, it's regarding a paycheck, which is what I was just told. Some of you may feel that you didn't get paid enough. Your bonus isn't as high as it was supposed to be. Your benefits are not what they used to be. You got more deductions than you normally do. Whatever it is, there is some conflict in a work environment, but not necessarily anything that's going to negatively affect you long term. Also, tug of war could be in a relationship that is outside of work. So this could be spouse, significant other, child, parent, sibling, friend. There is a bit of a tug of war. And I'm asking here the question, what is this tug of war about? And I hear the word misunderstanding. And then I hear the words, let it go. So watch out for scenarios and circumstances that might resemble something that I've just said, something of that nature, in order to avoid unnecessary conflict that may then become long-term or may negatively affect you long-term. There is someone here that, as a result of this conflict, is choosing to walk away. So this could be you, but I saw the other person. And again, this could be in any situation. Employer, it could be delivery person, anything that you have a disagreement on. Point is, if it's not that big of a deal, and you might have a bit of frustration going on, so a little hair trigger might trigger things for you. If it's not a big deal, leave it alone and let it go. So that's what he's showing me. Part of the tug of war was that I heard the words my way. No, my way. And then you said my way, and somebody says no, my way. So there's definitely a conflict of interest between two people or party, and individuals feel that their way is the best way. Again, could apply to any situation. And I'm hearing the huge sign stop. The message here is, don't get out of control. So I feel some of you may be tempted to go at it, or somebody may be doing that to you. If somebody's doing that to you and it's not a big deal, do yourself a favor and let it go, because it's a waste of your time and waste of your energy. So that's a bit of a warning flag for some of you. The other part I saw, I'm just reading here what I saw. The image that I saw was you releasing white dove. White dove to me signifies spirit. And this white dove flew to a light. And I paused and I asked, what is this about? And I heard releasing your spirit. Or releasing spirit, two different things. So some of you may be releasing someone or releasing spirit. I don't know actually what that would mean, other than you are releasing some aspects of someone that you have been holding on to. But the bigger part of that message is, it's with regards to you releasing yourself from your internal prison. And how do we do that? Well, we hold ourselves hostage by the way we think and the way we feel about ourselves. So this might be a time for deeper contemplation, which again, he's reminding me to talk about the number 6, which is about becoming more in tune, more harmonious, and more in balance. And it is most certainly when we let go of things that are heavy or weighing heavy on us, when we let that go, we become much lighter, and the prospect of becoming much more emotionally and mentally balanced becomes much more significant, much more doable. What else did I see here? I saw some of you, very nervous while you are awaiting something or someone. So I saw you kind of fidgeting. It's like you can't wait for this to happen. So this could be a couple of things. You are waiting for a bonus that will come on your paycheck. You are waiting for a significant other. There is a certain level of anticipation with this. That's why I want to talk about it a little bit more in depth. Some of you are going to be anticipating return of someone who's coming back home. He's reminding me here that I said something similar in another sign. So if this is one of your moon signs or your sun signs or your rising signs, this message might actually be the same. What comes to me is a soldier coming back home for Christmas. You may have relatives that are coming to visit, but there's a feeling of anxiousness. It's not a bad anxiousness. It's a feeling of anxiousness. And I also feel that whatever the anxiousness is about for you has something to do with you needing to perform. So don't be surprised if some of you are experiencing a certain level of slight anxiety because you are awaiting an outcome of something, you are awaiting someone to come, or you are waiting for some situation to develop. And it makes you feel like you have to perform or you have to put your best foot forward. So that's what came up. Anticipation, yes. Okay, now let's move on to the cards. The first card that represents what you are leaving behind is 8 of Wands. And actually 2 cards came up, so I left 2 cards. So 8 of Wands. The second card is, you got lots of 8s. The Strength card. Oh, that's how they came. When I look at this message, I see here that in a not too distant past, there was a fast movement with regards to either a relationship, I also hear the word proposal, or set of circumstances that were moving quite quickly and quite swiftly. For some of you, this represents a move that has transpired, or you had to move not that long ago from one location to another. But whatever this was, the energy either gave you strength or it put you in a much more stronger position, not only within yourself, but also financially. And the Wand card typically represents, to me, career, also can represent relationships. So I'm seeing this two-way. For some of you, a door has opened in a not too distant past where you either met someone and things started to go really, really quickly forward, or there was a move in a career or in a job environment. That put you in a really good position, really stable position, made you feel really good about yourself. Now, because it's in a past position, doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving this behind, but it does tell me that was the energy that was around you not that long ago, so it's relevant. When I added all the cards and I added all the numbers, is what I mean. It came to the number 6, which is what I wrote the moment I wrote the word Capricorn. So even with the cards numerically, it represents the aspect of the energy of 6, which is nurture, balance, and harmony. What is in front of you now, or what are you dealing with right now? 3 of Pentacles. So this is about cooperation. This is about coming together to work on a project, coming together as a team, brainstorming ideas, making things happen with the help of others or organization. And it also I'm being shown that this is also culmination of people's thoughts and ideas, even though it's not the air suit. That's what I'm being asked to say. So this is very much, feels to me like a work environment, but it doesn't have to be. So this is what you're facing right now. In the month of December, expect to be busy at work. But what I do want to say is, remember when they talked about tug of war? It's quite plausible that as you get yourself in a situation where it's teamwork, or you're working with more than one individual, or just with another individual, chances are that you might not agree on something. You may not agree on an aspect, on an idea, or on an outcome of an idea. And be mindful about letting it go if it becomes too volatile, okay? Now, in a relationship scenario, this is about you meeting a lot of people. And this could be friendships, and this is, I don't think this is the meaning of the card. That's what I'm seeing here. Doors opening to you. There is a need for translation. What does that mean? Okay, for some of you, there's going to be a translation because somebody speaks a different language. I have no idea who this belongs to, but if it's just for one of you, the situation that you find yourself in might require someone to have a translator. Maybe you're doing business with different countries and you may be the translator, or you may need to hire a translator. That's very interesting. So it's a good card when it comes to your current position. It's companionship, yes. I do feel slightly like some of you are chasing someone, and this feels to me more in a relationship environment. And if you are single and if you are chasing somebody and they're not responsive, I feel like there are other fish in the sea. And I don't think, again, this is a typical meaning of this card, but that is what is coming to me, okay? Now, what is driving all of this? Oh, sorry. So the second part of the card is the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands is about being burdened. This is particularly so in a work environment, I would say, than in a relationship, but also in a relationship. So this is about feeling burdened, feeling like you have taken on more than you wanted to. This is pertaining to work and how you work. So this is someone who's hard working, but the word burden is coming up. So don't be surprised if your collaboration presents itself to be slight burden to you. And I do feel this has to do with a coworker more so than if you are dating or in a process of dating. Let me just see if I can tune in this here. Okay, for some of you, you are finding yourself in a new relationship or in a new situation. And at first, it might feel like it's a really good fit. But then as you open up the package further, when you look deeper into the person or the situation, you realize that this is not what you want, and there is a slight disappointment. And again, this could be relationship as in dating, or this could be in your work area. It could be also with health, but the first two I'm seeing more prominently than anything else. I also hear walk away from something that doesn't suit you. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I keep wanting to say here with the Three of Pentacles that I feel like a third wheel. So this message, if it applies to you, take it, because that is what I'm hearing over and over again. You may find yourself in a dating world, and maybe you're trying to chase someone who is with someone else, and you are now the third wheel. So that's just one example that's coming in. But if you do feel like a third wheel, then maybe it's time to walk away. That obviously sometimes that's not the case, but there's something with you feeling like a third wheel for some of you. So please just kind of leave it there and see what happens. Now, what is in your future? You have the Six of Cups. So you've got 8 and 6. Beautiful card, because this is saying to me that emotionally you have more than enough, so you're going to share. This is about sharing responsibility. This is about being nurturing to another. This is about feeling calm and content within yourself, emotionally speaking. And I also hear you have more than enough, or you will have more than enough, because this is your not too distant future. So I want to say the next 6 to 8 weeks, give or take. So to have this card in a future position is fantastic. He's asking me to look at something here. What am I looking at? The words I hear is go outside. So for some of you, please, if you have a tendency to stay at home most of the time, and it could be due to weather, I heard the message, please go outside. Please go outside. So for whatever that means to you, for some of you, see if that makes any sense. Let me just see if there's anything else here. It just feels very content, and having the energy of 6, which is nurturing and balancing, that's a great card to have. Okay, let's move on to the next card, which is what is driving all of this. You have the Chariot. So again, in the recent past, there was considerable amount of movement. You felt in control. There might have been a move that you have transitioned over, or you have had a move that was like a transition, or you're wanting to move forward with something bigger, better, and wanting to feel more in control. Now, I can see here that if you are finding yourself in a situation where you feel like a third wheel, or you are constantly not agreeing with somebody because, you know, the collaboration isn't working, and then feeling burdened because of it, this is what's driving it. You're wanting to feel much more in control, and much more in control, but also much more in tune with what's going on around you. And I would say that would make you feel a little bit more in control. There's an Egyptian component here. Why am I looking at that? I don't know if this is some of you. He's asking me to talk about Egypt. Okay, why am I talking about Egypt here? Okay, some of you may wear an Egyptian symbol on your body, or have a tattoo of an Egyptian symbol. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you wear a piece of jewelry that has an Egyptian symbol, if you have tattoos that have Egyptian symbol, I feel this is much more significant to you than other people. And I don't know how many of you there will be with that, but that's what he's asking me to say. And then he says wrap it up. So I think that's all I have for the first part of the reading. If you like to have more information about what to focus on and what the lessons are, by all means, that information is down below. And I will tell you that there is definitely a fork in the road. So there's a change of direction here. And one of the lessons is about the power of your mind. So I will leave it there. Again, if you wish to know in that much depth, then that information is down below. Thank you so much for watching. If this doesn't make sense to you, it may make sense to you down the road, which is at the end of the month. And if it doesn't, listen to your other signs. Above all, I wish you best of luck in December. Happy holidays. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.